Markle has decided that she wants to emulate a real superstar, someone of the golden era of Hollywood, a woman who really had a career by remaining silent, someone who you never truly knew anything about. But seemingly for Meghan, she thinks this is a way of reinvention. I'm not joking. Who are we talking about? As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. Neil Sean here in the very heart of London, and as ever, nice to have your company today. Hope you're all keeping well. Hey, this little fascinating fact I just found, when you think about it, it's incredible because a gentleman, and when you think about it, Oscar Woody basically was one of the sad people that lost his life on that ill-fated voyage on the Titanic way back over 100 years ago now. And the watch that he was wearing, allegedly, stopped in time. Obviously, sadly, he drowned and the watch was retrieved. It's now just been sold for £122,000 at auction. Incredible, isn't it, to think? I'm not sure. Tell me what you think to this in the comments below. Would you want to sort of own something like that? I think it's a little bit eerie, and personally, I'd be more inclined to wish to give it back to whoever the family relations are now. It really does belong to them. Strange thing to think, isn't it? And even if they don't have family, wouldn't it be better to be remembered in a museum or something like that? There's always money somewhere, isn't there? That, of course, is one of the hot topics regarding Meghan Markle. She can sniff money out at a mile, can't she? It's interesting to note with Meghan, because when you think about it, she simply does not stop. It's about her reinvention. Harry's just tagging along as the bag carrier, whichever way you look at it, Even if you look at the recent video with their tribute to Elton John, she has to have the very final moment. The head on the shoulder, the sort of cooing eyes. It's always notice me. Must be overbearing if you're living with somebody like that, I'm sure you'll agree. But now this time around we had a bit of a bombshell because allegedly way back in September she was going to appear on the NBC show Jimmy Fallon, and sadly for her there was a problem that got in the way, the sad demise of our wonderful monarch Queen Elizabeth II. Then it was announced the other day that she was going to reappear, and then that was counteracted by apparently not. This was by her chief cheerleader and spokesperson here in the United Kingdom. So you can see exactly how much they feed him. Meghan, what's interesting now is it wasn't necessarily about agreeing and not agreeing and then disappearing, etc. Oh no, it truly was about the fact that there seems to be some discrepancies over the appearance popping up on the ill-rated NBC show. And let's not forget, it will do a lot for them, particularly on social media. People will be intrigued as ever to see what new revelations she's dreamt up to make sure the chat show host is interested. Let's not forget, she carbon copied a particular story, allegedly, dot for dot, while appearing on the Ellen DeGeneres show. And look where her show went. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting also to note that apparently, according to a very good source, and again, allegedly, Meghan wants to be, shall we say, the Greta Garbo on the show, the lone guest. Apparently, she thinks her status, if you are in America, is enough to hold the show. Now, normally, if you're a superstar, say like Barbara Streisand, Madonna, Andrea Bocelli, people like that, someone with supreme talent, that can actually offer something, it can be invigorating. But really, a full show of Meghan Markle wittering on and then everybody else deciphering what's true and what's not true, apart from the introduction, no doubt. But it's all really, again, to prop up the Aileen podcast from Spotify, which is languishing in the lower regions now of the top 100. Either way, it appears that NBC may give in to this particular request. And of course, if you can stomach it, then you too can look forward in the very near future to Meghan popping up, thankfully solo. Let's just hope, though, she keeps a lid on her latest revelations. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.